209, the KXVS, the voice of Stockton morning show.
Where the bad folks go when they die? They don't go to heaven where the angels fly. Where do bad folks go when they die? Won't go to heaven where the angels fly. Go to the lake of fire and fire. Won't see 'em again to the 4th of July. Where do bad folks go when they die? Won't go to heaven where the angels fly. Go to the lake of fire and fire. Won't see 'em again to the 4th of July.
Where the bad folks go before they die. Lock them away in a penitentiary, give him 25 to life. Separate him from his friends, family, kids, and his wife. If he makes a mistake 3 times, make sure you give him 3 strikes. Take away his human rights, lock him in a small room with another man, feed him undercooked, expired food. Give him cold showers, talk to him disrespectful and rude. If he has a cavity, no caps, just pull the truth. Cause they ain't nothing but murderers, rapists, and thugs. Use them as guinea pigs, give them experimental psych drugs. Listen to all his phone calls, throw away some of his mail, separate him from insanity. Welcome to my personal hell.
Little bad folks go when they die. Won't go to heaven where the angels fly. Go to the lake of fire and fire. Won't see 'em again to the 4th of July. Little bad folks go when they die. Won't go to heaven where the angels fly. Go to the lake of fire and fire. Won't see 'em again to the 4th of July.
Fresh in the system as a youth, he didn't know no better. Fostering group homes while growing up just taught him weather. He should learn to be a man and get prepared for life. Or be that star Lone Ranger, he grew up tight. For going to school or a diploma, he gon' do his thing. He represents and got a team, so he decides to slang. Blocks rolling, money's fast, females taking turns. Connects happy to 9 feet, love you back to 3rd. Who's control, moving mean, doing what he do. Pockets got 2 9s too. Captain that's like, the boys is on it. Should I stop? He didn't turn his head. Took out a bag in his ID, left the blunt he said.
Little bad folks go when they die. Won't go to heaven where the angels fly. Go to the lake of fire and fire. Won't see 'em again to the 4th of July. Little bad folks go when they die. Won't go to heaven where the angels fly. Go to the lake of fire and fire. Won't see 'em again to the 4th of July. Where the bad folks go when they die? They don't go to heaven where the angels fly. Go to a lake of fire and fry. See 'em again till the 4th of July.
Give it to me on the drum. Yeah, I like that. You got that ruby red lipstick stain on your sweater. You got your eyes on lock. Girl, you should know better than to be so damn eager for the one that you needed the most. You've got that burnt cigarette hole on your sleeve. You've got the chains that are binding, making people leave. You got that one last shot, but you're wasting everything that you've got. And you're just a shapeshifter, and you want your way with me. Shapeshifter, shapeshifter. You're just a heartbreaker, and you want one chance with me. Shapeshifter, oh shapeshifter. Given the way I look at you, given the things you'll put me through, I know what you play. You're just a shapeshifter, and you want your way with me. I know what all your strategy of making me quiver. I know the voice that you would speak in to make me shiver. I've got one last hope, and I'm giving you all that I got. You've got that voice like a dove, brings grown men to their knees. And you got me where you want me, girl, I'm begging you please. I know you're eager just to satisfy my wants and all of my needs. Oh, oh, you're just a shapeshifter and you want your way with me. Shapeshifter, shapeshifter. You're just a heartbreaker and you want your chance with me. Shapeshifter, shapeshifter. But given the way I look at you, given the things you'll put me through, I know what you play. You're just a shapeshifter and you want your way with me. All right now, let me tell you something. I got a secret to tell you. I know you wanna feel better. I know you much deserve better. I know you need it much better than me. I know you want it much better. I know you need it much better. Girl, you deserve much better. Oh, oh, you're just a shapeshifter and you want your way with me. Shapeshifter. Oh, oh, you're just a heartbreaker and you want one chance with me. Shapeshifter, shapeshifter. Given the things you put me through, given the life we had anew, I know what you play. You're just a shapeshifter and you want your way with me. Oh girl, you're just a shapeshifter and you want your way with me. Shapeshifter, hey, shapeshifter.
here at KXVS. Broadcasting from Stone Tube Studios is the voice of Stockton.
What's up, everybody? This is your girl, RawNe, and you're listening to Rise and Shine 209, the KXVS, the voice of Stockton morning show. Hey, what's up, everybody? Rise and Shine 209, it's your girl, RawNe, in the house, and we have our guest, one of our guests from the band Salerosa. I would like everybody to say hello to RC Chris, a.k.a. RC.
Hello, everybody.
And so
Good
he
morning.
is from the group Salerosa, which is a rock band locally. And we're going to get into what he has been going around town doing with everybody and for everybody. So sharing the love, sharing the music, and hitting the scene.
Well, thank you for having us, or having me so far. I'm sorry my members are kind of late.
It's
but,
okay. Hopefully they will be here.
Hopefully. We're just pretty much playing music around the area. We just finished a bunch of shows from Merced and Sacramento. We did the Holy Diver, and then we did a show at Merced, a photo studio, which was really, really cool. And we're just trying to go around Stockton and be part of the whole music scene, the whole music circuit out here, and just show up, be influenced in the next generation. Probably show you could just make music with your friends, and you never know where it could take you.
That's so true. Yeah, and it's always good to be able to create, be creative, come together with your friends, but the beauty of sharing music all the time, no matter what genre it is kind of one of those things brings unity,
right?
And
Definitely.
brings people together.
That's right.
So it's the best.
It is the best, and lately, I also notice a lot of different style genres of music. So it's not just one thing. I see a lot of people who do the hip hop thing, and then I see a lot of people doing the folk thing, and I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do shout outs right away. But,
yeah, right. No, you can do shout outs anytime you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a shout out to my friends, the Soggy Rats. Hey. I was there at Superfish Poke first time. So.
They've been here too. And, awesome. So shout out to the Soggy Rats.
Yeah.
So how was it? How did they get down out there? I think I saw a video or two from a few people.
Yeah.
I didn't. I kind of scrolled and I saw them, but I didn't take the time to really listen to it because there were a few other things that I was looking at. But yeah, no, I saw that. I saw Abby James.
Yeah.
So from the night last night, very packed night. I saw so Abby James. I saw the Soggy Rats and quite a few people.
Yeah, there was
there. So I'm sure it was a wonderful lineup for an open mic.
Oh yeah, and that was my first time there, so I was like, oh, this is pretty cool, and the food's really good, and this is a good vibe and everything. That was the first time the Soggy Rats actually played with the banjo, and I was like, what? You guys got a banjo now? So that's pretty cool. They always switch it up on me, and it's just good to see all the different genres just being together instead of being competition.
Right.
It shouldn't be a race. It shouldn't be a competition. It should just be we should all help each other out and listen to each other.
Yeah. Support each other.
Yeah, unless you're just a mean person, then you could go over there.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's been really good. Doing Salerosa, I just met so many more people lately, and networking, and it's been really amazing, actually.
Very cool.
I feel really blessed, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And you've been at the Bella Vista, so you did an event there at the Bella Vista, which was kind of a comedy show. And I think the Soggy Rats opened up with that.
Yeah.
And
I think they're doing another one in April. I'm not completely sure, but this one's supposed to be even bigger, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be on the rooftop. So that'd be sweet.
Yes, that would be so wonderful, especially because you'll be able to hear the music down in the street.
Exactly.
And I think that's an important factor, too, because you get to share that.
Yeah, I mean, people walking by.
Hopefully the city of Stockton aren't going to be too much of a stickler and prickly about the issue of them being on the roof and stuff. Because I think Stockton just kind of needs to lighten up a little bit on these. But then that's cities everywhere. But then that's, one of those things where they kind of want to, gain money through different things.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks sometimes because it puts a damper on things. But for the most part, I'm just going to go ahead and let that go with the wind because I'm just going to stay on a light and positive note about things. But so I like to do the horoscopes in the morning.
Okay.
And so since it is Aries season.
It is.
And then we're going into Taurus. I read them first.
Okay.
And then I'm a Leo, so I read Leo. And you?
I'm a Capricorn.
And a Capricorn. So that's awesome though, because then we get to read a new one. Sometimes we don't hit all of the astrological signs because there's a lot, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want to just stay here reading like 12
just
different
read
ones.
the ones that matter right now.
Right. And that's really what it is. And people know, and all you guys know, you can go to astrology.com. If I don't read your horoscope today, you know that you guys heard it. I'm going to be reading Aries, Taurus, Leo, and Capricorn. So we have Taurus up, and then I'm going to bring up Aries right now because I want to start with Aries because it's their season. So I feel it's only fair to start with them since it's all about them.
It is about them right now.
I know, and they're loving it.
It's their time.
And they're loving it because I know when Leo season comes, it's all about me. Okay, so Aries, it says for you, age or appearance may set you apart today, but it will not negatively affect how much respect you'll be given. So don't let anything put a damper on your positive attitude. You need to stay objective and calm. When you keep things strictly business, you'll have a better chance of being treated fairly. Share too much about why you feel the way you do, and you may provide the excuse for that someone's looking for. So expect a good reception and an invitation to become more involved.
Ooh.
As if they're not involved enough. No, I'm
Right.
just joking. Very, very involved people. They stay busy. For the many of the Aries that I do know, stay very busy. So that's Aries for you guys today. Taurus, this is for you guys. And it says, today, turn most of your attention to people who have a link to your past. Reminiscing and remembering can be a wonderful way to reaffirm the path you've been traveling so far. The ground you've already covered included some breathtaking landscape, and it may still hold ideas about where you should point yourself for an exciting future. So take a look back and enjoy the view. Think about what you miss from way back when you try to get that back into your life today. Oh, nice.
That's actually really good.
For the Tauruses,
Yeah, right.
you know, they get to have some a little bit of past in their history, like help to create and shape their future right now, because it'll help to show where they're at right now. That's kind of nice. I have to give it to them. You guys have some good reflection to do today, and then we're gonna do Capricorn. So, for all you Capricorns out there, including RC here, this is for you. There have been some big changes with some of the people you love most in life. Check in on them to see what's up. You may be surprised to learn of a new arrival. Get all the gritty details that you can as quickly as you can. The wheels are turning in your mind, but your outlandish ideas may not be so outlandish after all. Keep pushing on just to see how far you can go. Act on your deepest convictions, and the results will always be genuine.
What?
How does that resonate with you?
I feel like it's so accurate.
This one's a pretty good one. I've like read other sites and stuff, but this one is actually pretty good. And so I stick with it. I try to steer away from it because sometimes it has like a lot of typos, and that kind of is a pet peeve of mine.
I'm very
sometimes.
insightful though. Still, like
Very, yes.
I feel good now. That's my horoscope.
Yeah. So you'll be checking in on a few people today, huh?
Mm-hmm. I will now.
Okay, so Leo, for all you Leos out there, your charm will be the best tool for making things happen today. Strike up conversation and build on the momentum that a sassy comment can make. Since you're up for tougher challenges lately, I so am. Since you're up for tougher challenges lately, pick out someone whose crotchety or abrupt personality usually intimidates you, and give them a smile and try a little flattery, which always helps. And you'll find them opening up in ways you would never have guessed. And the two of you have something wonderful in common.
Whoa.
How very interesting,
think
because
yours is
I'm
better.
so not about that. I'm so not about flattery and, like to, kiss whatever. But in the context of choosing someone who's crotchety or abrupt, and their abrupt personality, I guess it's just like, for me, I see it as like, it's time to just kind of be a little bit more friendly, just not to just leave them where they're at in all of their crotchetiness and their, really off-putting personality or ways about them, but to actually go like reach inside of that boundary, and just because usually it's people get like that, and those are their walls that they put up. So
Yeah, and sometimes it's always like I looked at it like right now. I thought about it. It's always kind of almost, I don't want to say a chore or like it's harder, but it's always is a little bit more difficult to be the bigger person, despite the other person being that way.
So true.
But if once you do it, then I think you don't just influence another person; you just influence yourself to be better.
It really makes a difference. I have done that before, and I do
Me
that
too.
often.
Yeah.
I do that often, but then it gets to a point where sometimes like people who bite the hand that feeds you kind of
Right,
thing.
yeah.
So it's like, well, look, I've been the only one that's been really good to you, and you still want to continue to be like that towards me. So really, I don't have to do that for you.
Right, exactly.
I don't have to do that for you. I don't have to do that with you. I don't have to really know you right now. So that's fine with me. If you want to sit in that and be that, then you can be that. I don't have to be there.
That's right.
Because I do my best to like allow them to see like I'm here, you know, you can let me, and I'm like a safe person to be in your circle if that be the case, so to speak. But some people just don't want to do that, and they don't want to open their circles, and that's fine too.
Yeah, that's fine.
You
Yeah.
know, not a problem. But yeah, on another note, you guys can go to astrology.com if you guys did not get your horoscopes read today, which I think those were great, and they're pretty on point today, so you might want to check those out. Coming back with RC right now, we were talking earlier about, okay, so if you guys follow my Instagram or follow my Facebook, you will see that I have a little album and a lot of pictures, and my hashtag is Caught on the Road. So Caught on the Road is basically anything I catch on the road, especially a vehicle, and a vehicle new or old, funny or standard, it doesn't matter. I caught a little blue Datsun, and I love Datsuns because I have learned that little Datsuns are super sleeper hot rods.
Really are.
Super sleeper hot rods. And that little blue Datsun that I saw, that I took a picture of in front of Mudville Tattoo Shop, is so cute. Like, so cute. I literally had to
It's the baby blue.
It is the baby blue that makes it so cute, like a little toy.
I had to do a double take when I saw that car, and I was like, "What the heck? Is this for real? And I was like, who car is this?" And then, sure and behold, the person I know, because it's my car and it's my brother, and I'm like, I just bought it. I was like, whatever. But
so, how did you have you had a ride in it yet?
yeah, actually, we was in it yesterday, and like he wouldn't let me drive it, but
Well, probably not yet.
he just like, this is baby right now. He only had it for a few weeks for now.
Right.
But my older brother, my older stepbrother, who's like way older than us, I think he just hit 51. He, back in the day when we were little kids, he was all about the Datsuns all the time.
Love
like,
the
you know?
Datsuns, yeah.
And they used to race them out like out here at the I think the old 99 race
Speedway.
Speedway.
The Speedway.
But I think it was called something else at the time. And I remember as a kid, I was like, I don't know, 8, 9, but they used to go in the car and they used to drive real fast. I remember just being scared, almost crying. But those cars, they always stayed in my mind. And like, it's so rare, just like, even though what's a Datsun, and people would usually just think of the truck, but they don't know, like, this now it's like kind of a cult classic, you know. And
What's your brother's name? I'm gonna shout him out.
yeah, my brother's name is Ruben. Yeah, he works at the Mudville, so if you guys want tattoo, go over there.
Yeah, shout out to Mudville Tattoo. It's TAT number 2.
That's right.
Tattoo Studio. So shout out to
Ruben. Yeah.
And I'm just gonna say Ruben.
Yeah.
at the Mudville Tattoo Studio for his Datsun.
And if you guys,
For his super cute Datsun.
So if you guys go over there, you'll see his car. Take a picture of it.
Yeah, it's so cute, you guys. I'm just a car fanatic.
I like the other picture you took of the other car. I don't know. I just saw that was even more old school. Like it was like also a blue color.
I can't really say fanatic because I don't really know all the makes and models. But
Yeah.
I mean, I try my best to know like what they are. But yeah, but I kind of am a fanatic though, because I get very excited and I can't help it, and I have to I want to take a picture, and I will like go out of my way just to take a picture. But the other blue, was it a bomb?
Yeah,
It was a bomb, like it had like a bubbly type.
Yeah, it was definitely like a blast from the past. And but whoever drove that car obviously like refurbished it, and like it looks really nice. I was, and just like you, I'm like, when I see a car, I have to stop and just look at it, because it's like part of history now, and
Yes.
we forget that that's where the cars came from. And so nowadays cars drive by themselves and whatever. But I'm always a fan of the old school cars, and. Which makes me want to get my old truck going.
Yeah, definitely. It's speaking of like the older cars versus the newer cars. Okay, so I had to take my truck in to get repaired because I had a little fender bender out of Modesto on Friday when it was raining.
Okay.
And so my truck is a newer truck. The truck in front of me that stopped. Okay, people, they stopped. I know I'm supposed to give space and time and grace for people when we're driving, and I'm like behind somebody. Okay, so the car that was in front of me, the truck, stopped at a yellow light. Like literally at the line, stopped at the yellow light.
That jerk.
And I was like, what? So I wasn't expecting that because the light had just turned yellow. So, you know, you have like maybe a couple seconds or whatever to actually get through it. The next person in line will like be the one to stop.
Right.
So I'm thinking, oh, he's just going to go through or that person's going to go through and I will be the one to stop in the front of the line. That wasn't the case. So he stopped, full on stopped, and the light was still yellow. And I was like, whoa. And so I couldn't catch myself because I was already in motion. And when I hit the brakes, I slammed on my brakes, and then my brakes locked. And then the rest of it, because of the momentum, it just slid. And luckily, I wasn't going that fast, but slid into that other vehicle. And what I kind of find was like a good little bump. Just got his bumper like maybe dented like a little bit like this, just like a little bit like that. Nothing else, nothing broken, nothing cracked, nothing scratched, just the bumper bent. Older Toyota, you know, built of better material. My truck is a newer truck built of like the carbon fiber, more easily breakable material.
Right. Okay.
So my truck looked ridiculous because I was like, what is this? Like the hood bent in, the light popped because I tried to swerve to miss him too.
Yeah.
The light popped off. It's like a 2-piece bumper, so like those like separated, and it was just really a big mess. It looked really funky, but I was able to drive away still because it was just like the fender bender kind of thing. But it really messed up the front end of my truck. My light didn't break, so I had functioning lights, headlights, so the cop let me go. And then I talked with my insurance company, and they were like, well, you know, you can go ahead and drive it. It's drivable. The officer was like, it's drivable. You're good to go. They said, well, if it's drivable, the insurance company, if it's drivable, go ahead and drive it. Take it in on Tuesday. So Tuesday, took it in. And then the person from Enterprise came to pick me up for me to go back to Enterprise to pick up my rental. And the gentleman who picked me up, he's an elderly gentleman. And we were talking because he had like an SUV, and I didn't really know that a lot of the SUVs now. I thought it was just a lot of the sedans that were the electric, but the SUVs. So he had one. It turned off at the stoplight, and I was like, oh, the car just turned off. I said, did the car just turn?
SUV electric, right?
So I said, did the car just turn off? And he said, yes. I said, well, that would probably be like a good thing to save some gas. And he's like, yeah, but it messes up your starter. And I was like, so I thought about it, and I was like, you know, he's so right. Because when you think about in the mechanics of things where, so the car shuts off versus like when it's like the older ones, you know, you're driving all day, it just stays on. The starter only needs to kick over once and every other time when you're going to turn the car on. But these cars are having to work extra hard and having to like constantly start up again and again and again. So you're looking at a lot of starters going out, and the elderly gentleman mentioned that, and I was like, wow. I was like, the knowledge that the elderly people have just of things like that. I was like, I love talking to them.
They definitely don't like anything more technology new. I mean, like some do, but like how you say the whole starter thing, that's so much. You could imagine the wear and tear on that. Like after so long, you just keep, but they definitely know. They're very wise about, you know, how things are and how things should be, especially when it comes to like the vehicles. I know my dad, God bless his soul, he's 76 years old, and he's always working on any car out there. My truck's out there still, and he's always just like, you know, working on it, even though he never drives it, and he's always keeping himself active, but he's always, you know, he prefers things the old way, and I just, you know, it kind of rubs off like way on.
They have that skill, and it's a different type of knowledge and skill that they really do bring. That the newer piece of mechanisms, like the mechanics, is more digital. So you're talking about like computer boards and digital stuff, whereas the older ones, literally, it was just like machinery. It's like one cog that makes this cog move, and you just need a little bit of a lubricant.
That's it.
You know, you can, in the older cars, if you go and run out of gas, you could just put a little bit of gas on the starter, and it'll start to get you to the gas station.
I've been there before. I have.
Right?
I have.
They don't nowadays. That's not the case. You can't put a little bit of gasoline on the starter and think you're just gonna go to the gas station.
You gotta go plug it in somewhere for electric or something.
Oh man, that's hilarious. They do have pretty awesome stations, like plug-in stations.
Oh yeah, I've seen those too. I kind of like was like, oh wow, they got their own little station for them to plug in their own parking spots. But
Yeah, so super shout outs to your brother Ruben for having that little vehicle over here, because it was definitely a good, cute thing to see, and it's nice to be able to have nice things, nice pieces of artwork, no
I'm
matter what
jealous.
shape, no matter what shape or form the artwork comes in. Cars are artwork to me.
Yeah, they are.
And a lot of people who do take their time and energy to put into making them even like better or more appealing and whatnot. I mean, it's art, it's artwork, and so it's pretty cool. So your artwork that you do is music.
Mm-hmm.
So what with Salerosa do you do?
Me like as far as make my position in it, or
Right. Do you play instruments? Are you just a singer? Are you what do you do?
We started off we started off at a 2-piece band, but then we went to a 3-piece band. I'm the singer and I play the guitar, and the songs are just songs from like so many years. I just put them all. Finally, just said, you know what, I'm gonna go put an album out. I just said it. I just I'm gonna wake up one day, I'm gonna go do it, and that's exactly what I did. And the rest kind of just
Fell into place for
fell
that.
into place,
And what's the name of your album?
Undisclosed Locations.
Undisclosed Location. I'm going to put that up for you guys so he can talk a little bit about it, how many tracks, and what they can expect to hear on there. So Undisclosed Locations.
Yeah, it's a 5-song EP. We released it around mid-February, so it's still relatively new. We recorded at Press Recording Studio. Shout out to them, and to my boy DJ. He's on tour in New Zealand right now, but he had a studio in Stockton called Hella Records. Shout out to him as well. And my boy Javier, who's the bass player, who also has a music studio. So it was a huge process to just record that album. So many times I had to, one person got up and left, so we finished 2 songs there, and then another person, we had to finish a couple songs there, and then finally just, finally got the mix and mastering on it, and then we finally got on, able to release to the masses, and then the album is pretty much about pretty much like the paranormal theme kind of style.
Okay.
So just like I have a song called UFOs, a song called Ghosts, a song called Brujas, a song called
nice.
Bigfoot, and a song called Loch Ness. And each one is like a some degree of like paranormal things of humanity, so it's not just us. I think it's just like it's all these different things that play into like legends and mystical things, and it kind of messes with the whole feelings and emotions that we do every day. So I think that we take it for granted, like you never know when we do see something kind of paranormal, we are like sort of kind
Thinking
of
that's crazy or you don't believe it.
Yeah, and a lot of people and the skepticism and the whole thing about it is like people are either going to close their mind off to it or open to it, and that's the conflict right there in itself. But
right, because it's how can they deny it sometimes if they
exactly.
but if they've never experienced it or are not open to that and have not or are not in tune with themselves to be able to tap into that, they won't recognize it.
They won't, and like a lot of people they don't, but a lot of people do, and a lot of people have even go to the extent to say I experienced this,
Yes.
And it makes crazy conversation for like whoa, so
Yeah,
it's
we're
not-
good into that.
Yeah. So like I don't know, like I'll just ask you right now. I don't know if you believe in UFOs or if you have an idea of if they're real or not. But like the concept of just to think on otherworldly things or even who knows what it is, it's just
If the universe has created us on this planet
Mhm.
and all the matter particles that it could pull together to create and do, just in this one little
part of the
itty
space, yeah.
my minuscule section of the universe, and in just one galaxy, not even knowing how many galaxies are out there,
so many.
and what that really, I cannot say no.
Yeah, that's right.
I cannot say no. There's no way that we would be the only species in the universe.
And it's pretty trippy too, because like I'd look at it like, I mean, it seems kind of insignificant in the long run, but then like for some reason I just feel like, you know what, I think it's more of a huge, I don't know, connection to everything as far as the stars and space and whatnot, and I'm just thinking like, you know what, I think we all have destined out there for the stars or something like that. That's my own thing about it, but that's just one thing, so the album really contains a lot of the paranormal theme about, just, of course we go through relationships and we go to different daily business every day about like challenges and our struggles or our success. But like I don't really focus on that. I just kind of always try to put my mind on something else, so I could just, you know, not be too into myself about, you know, all that little stuff in life, and realize, you know, there's a bigger picture to everything.
Yeah,
So,
and it really is. Like when you think about it, what brought you to that point? Do you think?
I've been always like a kind of weird little paranormal kid. I've always been into the paranormal stuff. As a kid, I always been into like, you know, the whole astronomy, and just if we're, you know, the only ones out there, as far as like, you know, the song UFOs, which I do, particularly like sing about, you know, different like documentaries, or the whole thing how people see the UFOs or the lights, you know, that go by over the houses or whatever. I think I read a lot about that, and I think I just wanted to put a song, because my brother, the one who with the Datsun, he used to say when we were little that, I think, you know, I always thought you were gonna get abducted by aliens or something.
Oh my gosh, why would he say
I
that?
don't know. We were little kids, so we were really weird and stuff. He was into aliens so much.
Oh,
too. Like,
okay.
you know, he used to draw them all the time and everything, and it was just something like, you know, fun. But I don't think I ever did.
There was a movie. Oh my gosh, I think it was called Fire in the Sky.
Oh my god, that movie's so scary.
Oh, I know. Oh my god.
I could not watch that movie.
Okay, that movie really made me see something else. I was just like, man, and when it makes me think, like a lot of times where they say people have gone missing.
Yeah.
And it's a dead end story, or what do they call it? A cold case.
Cold case.
And
yeah.
I really think it's because sometimes people have been abducted.
It makes perfect sense. They're just gone.
And
like,
they're just gone, and nobody knows, nobody saw them. No, but then, you know, there's always those really cold-blooded people that are out there too.
Yeah.
And then there's some people that are, you know, have no regard for life, and they will just take themselves out, you know,
Yes,
in
right.
the same respect as well. So very many things that could possibly have gone wrong when somebody goes missing and never again is ever heard of or from or anything of that nature, and then it becomes a cold case.
Well,
But
in
yeah.
that case, I guess in that movie he did come back days later.
So that's really different, though.
So yeah, but I mean that movie was pretty trippy. When I was young, I was scared to death of that movie.
Yeah.
I seen it recently.
That movie
but
made me scared when I was
it
little.
still kind of gave me like a weird little. I was like Wikipediaing it and like, what's this real story behind this? You know, that one's one of them. I actually, as far as another thing is, as far as missing people, I read this book. That's where I wrote about Bigfoot, the song Bigfoot on my album, and I read this book called Missing 401, and it doesn't talk about Bigfoot or anything like that. It's not like that. It's more about the missing people that go into the national forests and parks, and that's a real thing, and it's really kind of disturbing and scary. And I came up with the conclusion it's something unknown, it's something new, it's something that we as people, you know, as a society, we have no idea. It's scary because as much as we want to say it's a bear attack or a mountain lion, there's no evidence of any of that. I mean, there's only like 11 mountain lions, like fatalities a year, and there's like literally hundreds, if not thousands, of people that go missing in national parks almost every year. And you know, it's kind of like I was just catching on to this new conspiracy or whatever it is, but like I'm like, that's where I got the whole thing for the Bigfoot, like, you know, because these people, some of them do go missing and they're never to be found ever again, kind of like the whole alien abduction things. But that's where I wrote for the parts and the songs and,
For Bigfoot?
Yeah, so like the whole missing like thing, I just felt like, you know, those are real people and they're and then those are real families, and like I felt each one of those stories, I felt each one of them like
The pain and the frustration,
Exactly.
the fear.
exactly, and thinking like you go out to just have a good time and camp and bond, and then, you know, 1 minute,
Camping.
you know,
Woo!
yeah,
It's coming up seasons, yes.
yeah, and then like, you know, I'm a father too, so I just like, oh, this sucks, this is a terrible story.
So you get
know.
nervous and you gotta watch them all the time. And
Definitely more now, like definitely can't let them go. And my son, he runs around. Oh yeah, I can't even catch up to him. Like now, for sure, he's just so energetic, and like I feel old.
Oh, don't feel old. No, that, you know, that's one of the reasons why I don't know if you heard about it, but the International Pillow Fight Day, and I host the International Pillow Fight Day, so here in Stockton. This year, just this past Saturday, was the second annual, so it really is really new here in Stockton. But worldwide, it's been going on for over 10 years.
Okay.
Yes.
I think I heard of that actually. I think it was you that I seen that hashtag.
Yes,
or something
so
like that.
basically, many people they come together, and it's like, so when you talk about, you know, feeling old and not being able to keep up with your son and things of that nature, it's one of those those opportunities for families to come out together to play together.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like that thing that families play together, stay together kind of thing. So that's why I really encourage people to bring their friends, bring your family, bring, especially the little ones. They love it because then they're able to really get out a full range of emotion and frustration with pillows because it's fun and they can't really hurt you. So it's okay to teach them and show them how to release and their aggressions and their frustrations in a positive way. So being able to get out there with your kids is a great way to bond with them and you know, to run and, you know, work.
I feel like I'm missed out now. Like, oh man.
Totally did, but that's okay because there's going to be another one next year.
Okay, next year for sure. Though.
Every year, it's the first Saturday of April. Every year, they do it every year worldwide. And so we're going to have our 3rd annual International Pillow Fight Day here in Stockton next year, the first Saturday, which is April 6th. And that'll be cool. I totally encourage you to come out with them and just watch how fun it is to be with them. You get to see them in a different capacity because it's like no holds barred.
And you got to bring your own pillows, though, right?
Well, and I highly recommend like to go to Walmart. There, you can buy the new pillow for $2.37.
Buy some extra furb.
$2.37 to get a pillow and like just have a really cool pillow fight with. So I know a lot of people were talking about people's like piojos, their bed bugs, their lice, and all these things. And it's just like, well, if you know that you have that, please don't bring your pillows,
right?
Unless you're just really rude, disgusting, and don't give a crap about other people's. And on that note, Jesus,
I think you should come.
very rude. So
just buy pillows new then.
$2.37 over at Walmart. I mean, we shouldn't say prices, but that's how much the pillow was over at Walmart, and they have a whole a big old bin full of pillows. So at the end of the pillow fight, for those who don't want their pillows, I encourage them to donate them. So we donate them to the homeless. We do the Mill in a Show, which hopefully we were going to have you and your group Salerosa come out there, and we'll be talking with Bucktown Boozy, who he's in charge of the lineup. So we'll have to look and see what the lineup is right now, and if there's space, and if there's a time slot for you guys, definitely have you guys come on out, and then we can probably talk about that more. And if you are going to be on there, I'll be shouting you guys out as to who's going to be coming and being the performers that they can catch out there.
That's awesome, and we'll be honored to do that. That's a great event, I think.
It really is.
Truly.
And the homeless love it. They love it. It inspires them so much. We've had a variety of people come forward who music is their passion as well, to share with us. And so we do allow them to get on the mic, and we will have them participate with us. They love it. And it's just giving them that day of normalcy and just to have fun and know that life is great, even among the hardest of hardships.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
You're still alive, you're still here, you can still have fun.
And it shows great awareness too. Like, you know, it shows like, you know, just because some person is down really more than most of us, you know, we take for granted. I just look at it like, you know, we're still all like, in the end, we still all sleep and like bleed, and we all, you know, we all have the same emotions and stuff like that. You know, I know, I don't want to say this right.
Say it.
But I was homeless for a while too.
No, there you go. And so you resonate with that.
Yeah, but it wasn't like I was in the streets. I would just go to
couch surfing,
and then pretty much, you know, like try to find.
So you know how
periods and stuff, and then like
music
kind of took me out of that for sure. So and that was just because a certain, you know, relationships ended, and you kind of don't know where to go, and you kind of like if you let that happen to you, if you let that kind of the pain is going to be there apparent, but if you really like dwell on that, you are going to like spiral down, and you next thing you know, you don't even know what you're doing until, you know, you like, what am I doing? Like,
so you look around and it's not what you expected
to be.
It's not what I
expected. Like, what? So definitely, I had to change that around, and I do owe a lot to like my mother and my friends and music especially.
Shout-outs.
So yeah, my mom. My mom's my number one supporter.
Yes,
so love you, mom.
Awesome.
Shout out to my mom. But I think that's gonna be great. I'll be honored. We'll be honored to play it. And if my band's listening to me right now, that's what's going on. Okay.
Well, we could, if you want, we could take a break in just a short minute and see if you can maybe.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Get in touch with them.
I really wanted to play perform for you guys. We actually really rehearsed it all day. I think that's what it was. I think he just crashed super hard. And he probably did not check his alarm clock, but Well, we'll see right now. So.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. It's one of those. So your album is pretty much inspired by the paranormal, UFOs, and things of that nature. You talked about your song Bigfoot and how camping and the different stories that you read about kind of played a role in that. And then we did talk about the movie Fire in the Sky.
Fire in the Sky.
And then what about another one, The Abyss?
The Abyss?
Yes, because that one is like one of my all-time favorite movies.
On that one, I heard of it, but I really have never watched it.
Okay, so basically The Abyss is, you know how you have marine biologists and divers and people who go out and maybe they do studies in the ocean and they do work. Maybe they're looking for places to drill or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what particular, but I know that they were on a ship. They were in the water. They basically went and did work in the water.
Right.
Well, it just so happened that something went. I guess they came across this very interesting entity in the water, but then that entity became a big part of the movie because the one female who's in the movie, she gets fascinated, and then people just start to see this entity that comes through, and they're like, oh my gosh, and then they're starting to see it, and then they kind of get freaked out about it. But in the end, it kind of helped them out because at the very bottom, like even, you think there's no bottom to the ocean, there's no end.
Right.
But in the depths, I'm talking like super far depths of the ocean, they had like this spaceship, but it was like there. It's been there for I don't know how long, but the beings were there, and literally, they just it was their home. Is where they parked their ship and all this good stuff, and it was their world. It was their world down there.
The ocean is very mysterious.
It was very interesting.
Yeah.
But it saved the life of them. So literally, because they were trying to help out, they knew that those people were trying to stop. Like, I guess they had this Russian guy with them, and he had a bomb. And so what he was trying to do was like work on this bomb so that it would go off. But then he started getting the shakes, and so they started to see the signs that this guy's not right, something's going on. And though the aliens kind of knew something bad was happening, and so when the humans found out what was going on with this person that was on board with them, and they knew they were trying to stop it. That's where they then partnered with the good and the aliens to really help save.
Not blow up everything, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen this movie. I heard of it, and I know it's about like deep sea, and it's like
when they rise to bring up their whole ship just to save the man that goes diving. The ship that they're on, it's like a big, like almost like a naval ship, things like that. It made it look this big.
Like a little tiny thing?
Like a little itty bitty ship from like Battleship the game.
Right.
Like it made it look like a little itty bitty battleship on this massive, it was like an island.
Okay.
But it was the aliens.
Yeah, it was the alien
ship.
I gotta check this. Now I'm super curious. Like now, the first thing we do when I get to the house, like, hey, let's check out The Abyss.
Yeah, The Abyss. It's pretty cool. I do like that.
Is
movie.
that on Netflix or anything like that, or do you know? Or you just gotta?
It's a super old school movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard of it. Like I have heard of it. I just I vaguely don't think I want to say if I watch it now, then I probably remember.
You might. Yeah.
But yeah.
And another one is The Cocoon.
The Cocoon.
The Cocoon.
I don't think I watched that one.
And that's a older movie too. They have Cocoon, and I think part 1, 2, and 3. But it's kind of where aliens come, and they have these like cocoons with beings in them, and basically they need them to be in the water in order for them to like incubate and grow and keep them safe and stuff. And so these older people from an old folks home find them when they go out into the ocean. So they bring them back, and they stick them in the swimming pool that they like practice, like that they have like recreational moments in.
And it just goes really bad.
No.
Oh, doesn't it?
The cocoons being in the water for them like started to invigorate and revive them to where they started to become younger.
What?
So then it became like this magical power in a sense where it gave them life and kind of reversed the aging effect. And so they were feeling stronger, even at the age that they were like stronger. They could do things like their younger selves could do. And so it was really interesting because that's another one where then the aliens were like, okay, to work with them and to say, okay, it's fine. We'll let you guys watch our cocoons and just make sure you keep them safe. And it's very interesting.
Is this a Stephen King movie?
No.
Okay. I did. Well, I'm gonna check this one out too. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, The Abyss and The Cocoon.
You got good
Cocoon.
movies that you can pick.
Yeah,
For sure.
I do like movies like that. I don't like the ones where it's kind of where it shows like. I don't like the ones that show like the harsher side. I don't want to say evil, but like scarier side of things.
I was like as far as like aliens or movies or something like that.
Yeah, that are kind of not here in unison, but here to like destroy
Invade,
and overtake and like use us as a resource and take over, like District 9.
District 9.
I like District 9 though. Actually, I take that back. I do like District. That's a very strange one. That's
a weird one. Yeah,
but that's why I like it. It's because it's strange.
I just seen just yesterday. I just seen him. It was in theaters. Arrival.
Okay.
You ever seen that?
No, I haven't.
It was pretty cool. It was cool. I just didn't
What's
like.
it about?
I guess 12 spaceships come out to Earth, and the whole world's like, what the? They're panicking. They're trying to figure out, and they're trying to communicate with them, and the whole process is just trying to learn their language and stuff. And then I don't want to do any spoilers, but pretty much they gave us a gift because they need our help in 3,000 years from now, but. Everyone's kind of panicking at the time because China's about to nuke them, and
it's like a Close Encounters.
Yeah, kind of, but it's more
Independence Day.
No, it's not. It's more like what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like kind of like Mission to Mars or something like that. It's just like they don't really talk, but then like and then they look really weird. They're like, I don't know. You gotta watch it. But yeah. It's just the whole thing though. It was like. It got to me with the more realism of it. Like if that did happen, like nobody went to school. Everyone was just kind of focusing on that, like these ships down there. What do they want?
It's almost like martial law, where the military comes in and just like sits over you, and so nobody wants to do anything or can really do anything. And
they don't want to like say like they want to keep everything in control, but really no one's in control. Like they're just we're all the same. Like pretty much they're freaking out about this alien ship, and it's pretty cool because like it had a lot to do with like the whole China part of it, where and the whole world's watching China because China's about to like be the one to strike them first. But they end up stopping because some kind of like weird like
interference of the forces.
Well, that and like it's like kind of gave them like this weird deja vu, like nostalgic feeling, like we've been here before.
Right.
I just said that to you. Why do I have your phone number? And I'm gonna call you, and then that's what she has to do to call it like the main, I don't know, the main leader in China, and then they stop the nukes. But you gotta check it out. It's really
so many
it's
different
really
movies that like are all tied into things like that. Now that I think about it,
it's a big thing. Like people love those kind of movies. They just like again the unknown. People like to watch. Like people are very curious on the unknown, and I think that's kind of like the whole focal point on me just trying to be like, hey, we're bigger. There's more. We're like this is bigger than us. So, but in the meantime, we can still just we can still hang out and do cool stuff.
Yeah,
play music
because we do what we do.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But there are the unknowns, and there are things bigger than us. So, how did you come up with the name Salerosa?
That was actually my drummer. His dad would always come around and be like when we were practicing and stuff, and I didn't understand what that meant at all. He always would say Los Malagueñas, and I was like, what is he saying? What is Malagueñas? And he was like Malagueñas Salerosa, and I was like,
what?
So I me doing
Translator.
everything Google translator. What's that mean? And then I find out it's a song, and I'm like, oh, okay, I already know this song. We like as a kid, we like any Mexican person from like California would know this song for sure. It's been covered over and over again, and then like sure enough, like I was just looking at it, and I was like. I didn't have no name for the band, and it's like Malagueña Salerosa. I'm like, take out the Malagueña part. I was like, Salerosa? I think we got it. And
Salerosa's nice.
Yeah,
That's a
so
nice name.
I just like it just seemed like it rolled off the tongue nicely, so I just kept it. And I didn't know what to call it. My drummer wanted to call it MySpace Breakdown. I was like, we're not doing that. I was like, we're not going to MySpace. We're not bringing out the MySpace. Leave MySpace be.
Oh my gosh, MySpace is so old.
Remember MySpace. Shout out to MySpace.
Yeah, shout out to MySpace. That's where we all got started with so many things. I remember I used to write for The Record and the 209 Vibe, and a lot of my work, and I was a photojournalist / journalist, so I would cover like different concerts and things like that in the area, different entertainment events. And so that's where everything would go up on MySpace.
That's right.
It was like pre-Facebook.
Pre-Facebook. It was the top 8. I'm taking you off my top 8. Go ahead. I already took
Right.
you off.
You're not in my top.
Oh,
And that's where people are like, oh, how come I'm not in your top 8 anymore? I don't see my picture there. Oh, stop. But yeah, no. So you have 5 songs, and if you can just kind of like share with everybody, kind of like the instruments that they can hear and the ones that you guys
okay.
kind of work with.
It's just a 3-piece, like drums, guitar, and bass. The bass is very intricate. Like the bass was played by 2 different bass players. Amazing musicians that are actually amazing guitar virtuosos, but they actually just hopped on the bass and had real fun with it. And you'll definitely hear just like more of a just like the old school, like maybe traditional 3-piece style band, like how Nirvana was, or certain other groups like that. Like I want to say maybe Modest Mouse style.
Oh, I love
like,
Modest Mouse.
Yeah, like it's definitely the album is definitely more indie rock
Okay.
with Spanish like lyrics, and I try to use all the influence like as best as my guitar playing goes. So try to keep it as like not too repetitive, but yet just kind of like just put the best parts out there and just cut, edit, and then you just hear some of that electric guitars, like more of like kind of overdrive and distortion, but mostly like loud drums,
Delays, some
not too more reverb,
Reverb,
more
okay.
reverb, yeah.
Nice.
And then just it's pretty much you'll see it. It's like more simplistic kind of music, and I just hope that
a little bit of experimental in there.
yes, yeah,
So
yeah.
with the indie aspect, you have a little bit of the experimentation.
I think the Spanish part makes it very experimental.
Oh, that's very
definitely.
cool.
So I do both English and Spanish parts.
Oh,
you
that's
know.
so cool.
What's really weird is that I practice English my whole life, and I'm not talented. I just commit to it. But like there's a lot of talented singers out there. I'm like, wow, Lisa Soggy Rats, she's amazing.
She's awesome.
But I just like for me it was just all about just feeling it and just like being like passionate about it. And sometimes that yell will turn into a scream, or you just kind of just felt something. But like the English, I do that all like I've been doing that like my whole life. And then like my mom was the one who always wanted me to sing Spanish. So the moment I do something in Spanish, it was like that's good, one take. I'm just like
like it was easier for me that way.
oh, like my Spanish is horrible too. I was just like
You think so?
cuando hablo en español, yo tengo un como no puedo hablar muy bien, como
Pero es muy bien.
es más o menos. Mucha gente me dicen like como
¿Necesita ayuda?
yeah, like, como
Palabras.
las palabras como yo va a conocer como no estoy de México. I mean,
Sí.
yeah, like broken Spanish kind of like way.
Oh, same with me.
Yeah. My mom has the broken English part, but she's talking Spanish all the time to me, like straight.
And it helps. It's
Yeah.
having to like cambiarle, like change the changing over, like in your mind, you're thinking of which tense to really say it in.
That's right. And it's a constant thing. It's kind of cool. It kind of keeps you like up and then like aware and like okay, know what to say more. But when I sung in Spanish, I just kind of like wrote it, and I had like actually my mom like, hey mom, how do you translate this?
Very cool.
So that's how that worked out. So, but yeah, and as far as that, the album is just like it's a little bit of me, and pretty much I just hope people enjoy it. For the most part, it's just been like unreal. Like, and I just really wanted to put an album out. I never expected anything to be more like anything like fame or anything like that. Just wanted to do that to show my son and like leave something like when I'm older. Like finally, I did do it.
Yes.
Because I had bands before and never finished an album. Never just a couple
But to
demos.
say I did an album.
Yeah, just,
Yes.
and like I said, like it's a lot to do with more just determination and like not giving up and
having great support.
Very great support.
You know,
That's
for
right.
your bandmates to say yes, we're going to do this with you.
That's right, and
And your producer to say yes, we're going to take the time to get it down right, and get it recorded well, and get it mixed down properly,
As
and then you
best
got to
as
get
can.
it mastered
Yep.
properly.
Yep.
So, and all the people who put their ears and eyes on, got to have that same vision that you do.
That's
So
right.
it shares in that creative project as the artist that you are to like bring that together. So
Yes.
I think that's pretty amazing.
And I honestly didn't think it would ever see the light of day. It was like so stressful sometimes. Like I just, like, you want to push it out, but you don't want to rush it at the same time. And I know it's not like nothing could ever be perfect, but to me, I was so happy with it. Like I was like, oh my god, I thought it was going to be way worse, but this is actually sounds kind of decent. It's not me. Who changed my songs? Like it was kind of those things, but like I just hope people enjoy it.
For Undisclosed Location, that's
right.
That is the name of the album that you guys want to be looking for from Salerosa.
It's on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and you could think Google Play. Pretty sure. And we do have physical discs. Right now, we're just being made now.
Okay.
So it wasn't about just like having the finances to do the CDs. It was just the artwork to do the CD on, and that artwork took forever.
And who did the artwork?
The artwork is actually done by my bass player Javier. Hope he's listening.
So shout out Javier.
There you are. At work, probably taking care of business at work. So but yeah, shout out to Javier for sure. That was the main thing though. That's the only reason why it took so long. And I'm gonna come back and shoot you one for free,
Yeah, well, and then we have, in order to have it up, we do have to have a copy of it here.
Yes.
So that's good too.
Okay.
Or we can put it on a file here.
But
yeah, the disc would be awesome, and I can share that with everybody, and then they can see what that looks like and know when they're ready. So when they come out, I can let them know, hey, they're ready for you guys to get.
I have a huge list already with people who I owe it to, and you're on it already too. And the list is huge. I had made 100. I know that the 100 is already gone. I'm not they're gone already. So
that's a good thing.
Yeah,
get that music out.
Yeah, so I'm really, I just it's pretty much the artwork, and I already know I'm gonna have to order more. So that's good. I don't expect it to be really, really out of whoa, everyone wants one, but I'm just happy my friends and family is this whole thing is about my thing is when I play music shows or something like that. I love when I see people get together. I'll see two of my friends that never knew each other, and they'll actually start talking, and next thing you know, they're best friends.
Yeah.
And they're hanging out without me now, and I get kind of jealous. So I was like, what the heck? No.
Right. That's my friend.
That's not what I wanted, guys. I just wanted you guys to say hi.
Hilarious. That's so funny. So where are you performing next?
We have a show at Shadows this Saturday, which was pretty random, I thought. That's our little little hometown spot. I mean, we play there all the time.
Okay, so Shadows?
That's Shadow Steaks House off Pacific, 755 Pacific Avenue.
Okay.
And
so you guys can have that information.
We're also playing with our great friends, 6 Years Today. Awesome, amazing band. They just they did a few shows in San Francisco, and they did a show with us in Merced. And they're just amazing guys. Those guys. Shout out to 6 Years Today for sure. It's so good just to have playing music and just meeting all these new friends and old friends, and just having a coalition of just different artists all together, just be on the same team. So. And they're a big contributor to helping us out and playing shows with us and stuff like that. And they're great. They really are great. I recommend listening to their music for sure. Mm-hmm. And that's gonna be this Saturday. We're both gonna be there along with a couple other acts. And what
time are you guys gonna?
It starts at 9. I think we're gonna do it early set because for Shadows we just really like to have fun there. We're probably gonna play either second or third. I think my bass player has to do something in the morning, so I think we're gonna go second. So.
Okay.
Check it out at it opens at 9, starts at 9. There's always a $10. There's a cover charge. I'm not too sure what it is right now, but
there's expected cover charge.
Expected
Bring
cover
your
charge.
IDs.
Bring your ID. It is like a bar restaurant. Mm-hmm. But by the time you guys get there at 9 o'clock, I think the kitchen's closed. But you get there earlier, it's all good. Steaks
get
all
there
day.
earlier so you can have dinner.
Yeah.
Have some drinks,
Mm-hmm.
and then get ready for the show.
That's right.
Yeah,
and,
nice.
It should be really cool. Usually we do really well, and I'm just really looking forward to. It's gonna be fun to just not be play a show that's less stressful. We're just here to play real quick, and that's gonna have the theme of the night is gonna be a real fun night to do that.
And then you're looking forward to possibly a few shows down the road.
Yes, we have more shows. 420, we're doing Ziggy's Smoke Shop.
Okay.
In the parking lot. Shout out to Ziggy Depot, the smoke shop for even having us on there, and we're playing with Natural Revolution that day.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, and shout out to Natural Revolution. They've been huge help. They let us use their practice spot and just been kind of the Enrique's been amazing, so thoughtful. Such a great guy. He's and he deserves all the success he can have. Because sometimes if it wasn't for him, helping me out, I don't think I would have got this far. He made things a lot smoother, and he gives me great advice and overlooks if I have a problem with the guitar. So he's a great guy. Listen to their music, Natural Revolution. They're amazing music.
So Natural Revolution, I'm looking at it here, and I'm trying to figure out which one would be theirs. Does it say? I don't know. I'm thinking it would be this reggae Rasta color looking one.
That's the one. The Rasta, that's the one. That's them right there. Yeah.
Okay, so on 420, you're playing at Ziggy's Smoke Shop with Natural Revolution.
And the Soggy Rats.
And Soggy Rats. And what time is that going to be
That's
starting?
going to start off like, I think it's going to be early, daytime for sure. So it's like, from what I was told, 10 o'clock. But that's going to be a great event. Free food. There's going to be a raffle. They're also going to have our one of my friends who goes by Glass Goddess. It's going to be doing live demo blowing of glass. And she's amazing as well. Like if anyone's interested in like how to do the glass blowing, to make different like art out of glass.
Does she have like her page? Is it black and white or?
I don't know on Facebook. I don't never
Glass Goddess.
Yeah, but I have her on Instagram for sure. I don't know now that I think about it. I should have went to go look and see if she had a Facebook. Like
I'll put at Glass Goddess here.
Okay, yeah.
It's gonna be blowing glass live.
Yeah, so she's doing some demos and doing that, and like she's really really talented actually. So it's gonna be a real fun event, all ages. Bring the kids, and just have a good time, and I don't want to get into the other parts of Ziggy Smoke Shop's other things, but it should be
okay.
No,
we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
We want to shout them out because they're doing great things with our community.
That's
and
right.
What they are creating is a good environment through the business that they have.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they're incorporating very many wonderful things and sponsoring many wonderful things. So for that reason, we appreciate them being in our community and the establishment that
that's
they are.
right. I couldn't agree with you more. That's exactly how I feel too about it. So they're really great guys too. They're all really nice guys, and I'm really looking forward. That's the one I'm really looking forward to.
They're one of the
play.
few that started like promoting and like selling the bump boxes too. So
Yeah.
shout out,
Sure.
shout out to Bump Box, Ziggy's and Bump Boxes. I almost bought my bump box from Ziggy's.
Really?
Yes. I really really wanted the bump box, and I almost bought it from Ziggy's, but then I decided I'm just gonna go ahead and go through Bump Box, just through Bump Box, because I think I saw an advertisement and I was like, oh, I can get a deal this time around, so I did.
Promotional prices.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to get ready to get out of here. We have about a few minutes, so I want you to give everybody your contact, how they can get in touch with you, where they can find you, how they can follow you,
Okay.
all of that great stuff.
Okay, well, Instagram, you can follow us at Salerosa Music at Instagram.com, and then Salerosa Band at Facebook.com. Just put Salerosa Band, and that should pop up. And also, you can check out our music on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and I think Amazon Play at Salerosa undisclosed locations on any of those music streaming apps or sites, and you could check our album out, and just come out to the shows again this week, and don't be strangers, don't be scared to say hi, just come out and say hi or whatever, and I hope you enjoy it.
So with the Ziggy Smoke Shop, it's not Ziggy's the Smoke Depot, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh, the other one, I put a different one. Okay, so shout out to Ziggy's, the Smoke Depot.
Smoke Depot.
For, and Bump Box. For bringing, and Bump Box. And then you said for Instagram is just Salerosa?
Salerosa Music at Instagram.com. And for Facebook, it's Salerosa Band at Facebook.com. You should find us there, and you can send us a message, DM me. I will get back to you.
So you guys heard it. You know how you can get in touch with RC Sauce of Salerosa. He's the singer, guitarist. He has helped to bring this to the forefront for his group, for his people, and just bringing that legacy for all of his people that he wants to share and let them know that this is what he's been doing on the planet while he has his time here, right?
That's right.
And you're gonna just keep doing more
That's
and
right.
touching the lives of so many people.
Oh, we're working on a full length, so that's the real deal. Hopefully that comes out this year, and we could probably stick to more paranormal things about that album and maybe a love song. I don't know. We'll see, for sure.
Right.
But yeah, for now, check it out, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
All right, that's been our show. I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday. So, Rise and Shine 209, you guys have been awesome tapping in, tuning in with us, and with RC Sauce of I'm gonna call you RC Sauce if that's okay.
That's
but
okay. You can say it's nice to it.
RC Sauce of Salerosa. So Enrique and Javier, shout out to you guys. I'm so sorry that we couldn't have you here today, but I look forward to meeting you guys and seeing your work live. And maybe next time you guys can come on in and play live here.
I'm gonna throw some water on them. I swear, we're all gonna sleep together in the same room. And I told him that too. We should all crash here. He's like, we got it, brother. We got it.
Oh.
Well, thank you very much for having me here.
Absolutely.
It's been great. It's so much fun.
Thank you so much for coming in. It's been our time. Bye, guys.
Here at KXVS.